Hi guys, this is Leah and I'm back again with another story time, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about the time I manifested a new car, or at least new to me, in 3 days. So the first car that I had was a white 2006 Hyundai Sonata, and I will never forget that car. Reason being because it kept breaking down on me. Like, I was on the side of the road like 4 or 5, maybe 6 times, and I was just tired at that point. Like, I was getting sick of that car, and it must have been sick of me too, because one day it broke down on me for the last time. I was driving down the road, and all of a sudden my AC turned off, and it was hot outside. So I noticed as soon as it turned off, and my steering wheel, I couldn't move it. Like, I had to tug on the steering wheel in order for me to turn. So I was like, great. So I go to the nearest auto shop, and they're telling me like some chain broke or whatever, and that they can fix it. So I'm like, cool. But by the time they're done, or maybe they told me this before. They told me that there was something going on with the chain, but maybe right after that they took me out back, or out where all the cars were, and they showed me like the underneath my car, and it was like, you got so much rust and all of this under here, and you know, just to let you know, honestly, you probably don't have a whole lot of time like before your car breaks down again and it can't be repaired. Like, you need to get another car, basically, is what he was telling me. So I'm like, oh, I need another car. You're saying I need another car? Like, so how much time do I have before this one breaks down on me? And he's like, oh, like, this is exactly what he's doing too. Like, I don't know, like maybe a couple weeks. Like, I can't be sure, but basically this one isn't gonna last you too long. You need another car. You know, if you do need transportation, you better get it quick, basically, is what he was saying. So let me explain my situation a little further. At this time, I'm in school during the day, and at night I'm at work as a delivery driver. So without a car, I'm screwed. Like, but one thing that my life experience has taught me, if I didn't learn anything else, I learned that when it has hit the fan and you feel like you don't know what you're gonna do and you just stuck, do not panic. That's one thing that I learned. Do not panic. So you know what I did? I was like, oh well. I refuse to panic, because every time something goes left and I freak out, like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like, that's the worst. That's the worst thing, at least I can do. I only want to speak for myself. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen to you or what you can do. In my stories, I'm only going to say what happened to me, what I did, and if you choose to implement that in your life, it's up to you. But one thing that's bad for me to do is panic. So I just was like, alright, so I guess I'm just going to have to get another car. So I want to say this happened like on I genuinely think this happened on Friday, but it might have been Wednesday. All I know is I started looking for the car I wanted on Friday, and I knew I wanted a fuel efficient car because I was doing food deliveries. So I started looking, and I realized that Toyota Priuses, they run pretty good. They're pretty fuel efficient. So I started looking at Toyota Priuses, and my eyes locked on this black Toyota Prius, this 2010 Toyota Prius. So I was looking at the price beside it, or I was looking at all the prices, and the price of the Toyota Prius was $9,000. Now, I didn't have $9,000, but I was like, this is my car. This is the one I want. So I liked it, or I either liked it or I saved it. I don't know what website I was on, but I think I saved it. And in order for you to save it, it asks you your email and your phone number so that somebody can get in touch with you or something. So I saved it, and I think that within like like 30 minutes or an hour, somebody called me and was like, oh, I see you liked the Toyota Prius. Why don't you come down to the lot and, you know, come look at it on Monday. So I was like, okay, I'll come look at it. I think I told him on the phone right then and there that I was just looking, because, I mean, I didn't tell him this, but I had no intention whatsoever of actually buying a car, because I didn't have any money. So I was like, all right, I'll look at it. I kind of just went with it. Alright, so I hope you guys don't mind the change of scenery. It started getting a little dark, so, but I'm just going to continue with the story. Okay, so on Monday, I get down to the lot, or the dealership, and the gist of it is, I just so happen to have good enough credit to where I get approved for a loan. And the dealer is telling me that the only thing I need to do is trade in my car, my previous car, my Honda Sonata, that just broke down on me. And I think I even told the dealer, like, I'm here because the car I got right now is trash, and, you know, I need better transportation. So I actually told him, I was honest, I told him that the car I have right now is no good. But he said all I have to do is trade in the car that I have, and I don't have to start making payments on the Toyota Prius until, like, I think two months later. Like a month and a half or 2 months later, I didn't have to start making payments on it, and my payments were like $250. So I'm like, okay, I could definitely save up to where, you know, I'm not drowning, you know, with those payments. So I could probably, you know, afford it. I was telling myself I could probably afford it, but in retrospect, I definitely knew that $250 was too steep, and I probably couldn't afford that. But I was like, you know what? This is my car. So I made the deal anyway. I was like, it's going to work itself out. I did not panic. I refused to panic. I stayed calm. This is my car. I'm getting it. It'll work itself out. That's what I told myself. So I made the deal. And that night, that Monday night, I'm driving the car. I'm driving my new 2010 Toyota Prius off the lot. 3 days later. So on Friday, I got the news that I needed a new car, and I started looking for it that night. On Monday, I'm driving the car off the lot. So I got my new car. But, like, later on that week, I decided to call my grandmother, and we're talking, and I told her about my new purchase. And she was like, oh, okay, well, that's pretty cool. So what are your interest rates? What's your interest rate? And so I told her, and she was like, well, maybe you could go down to your bank and they could refinance your car for you for a lower interest rate. Maybe you should go down there and see. So I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. So I go down to the bank, and it turns out that they can refinance the car for me, and I get approved for the loan. So after I got refinanced by my bank, my car payments got cut almost in half. So on Friday, I was faced with a dilemma. I needed a new car. It's a pretty big deal, right? Except I didn't treat it like it was a big deal. I just figured out exactly what kind of car I wanted, down to the year, make, and model. And within 3 days, I had it. And within 2 weeks after that, my payments that I would have to make were cut down almost in half before I even had to start making the payments. So, and I didn't tell the story so somebody could hear it and go, oh, so you just so happen to have good credit and got approved for a loan and then got your car refinanced? It's a miracle. Like, no, that honestly, you don't understand. If I had panicked and decided that this situation was all up to me and I had to figure it out and what am I gonna do, if I would have left it up to me, there's no telling what type of messed up situation I would have put myself in, because my track record when it comes to vehicles was terrible. Like so in order to get my first car, my Hyundai Sonata, I got the bright idea to take out student loans in order to pay for it while I was in school. This is the same Honda Sonata that was a total limit and broke down on me 5 or 6 times. And then after I got my car and it breaks down for like the 3rd time, it was down and out for like 6 or 7 months, and I thought I needed like over $1,000 to fix it. So then I had another bright idea to go back to school, because I was taking a break, which was really me subtly trying to skate out of school without shocking my whole family. but I decided to go back because I thought I needed the financial aid in order to get my car fixed. And then my granddad came to town and wound up fixing it for free. So I got played twice. Every time, well, at least in these 2 times that I can remember. I can't remember another time this happened. I probably will in the future and make it a story time. But when I decided I was going to figure it out and, you know, I left it up to me, it blew up in my face. So compared to that, how reckless could trusting God and taking it on faith really be? That was my logic at the time, and it worked out. So moral to the story is, once the problem came up, I didn't panic. I focused only on the solution being a new car, and I spent like 10 minutes picking out which car I wanted. And once I picked it, I saved it and went on about my business. I didn't even let myself think about it too much because I refused to make a big deal out of it. Like, that's the thing with law of attraction and manifestation. Like, it's so easy to manifest something that you don't care about. It's instant. But when it comes to stuff that you really do care about and you need it ASAP, like ASAP, I got a trick for you. Act like it's nothing. Like, fake it if you must. Fake it and act like it's a McDonald's Happy Meal. Like, that's how minuscule it is. Like, okay, I just get another car then. I swear, I had no idea how I was gonna get this car, but I pulled it off. So take from that story what you will. Hopefully you liked it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I have plenty more of these manifestation stories coming up for you guys, so if you're into that, please subscribe, share the videos, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.